told me the suspect ran past my car.
We stopped by the Gary Police Station. So far, no response.
This should not be allowed to happen.
David Novak is Scott's attorney.
The dog is a weapon, should be trained. They should be able to control their weapon.
A dog can't make a mistake unless his trainer make a mistake. Because the dog is only doing what the trainer is telling him to do.
We are still waiting for a response.
What did he just say? Did he
But the
just
trainer make a mistake. A dog can't make a mistake unless his trainer make a mistake.
Oh my god. You just got attacked by a dog, a police dog. And he has the audacity to say dogs don't make mistakes. And then pretty much saying blame the owner. That's what he's saying. Blame the handler, blame the owner. This guy just got attacked. He's an innocent bystander. He got attacked by a dog and still has the audacity to say dogs don't make a mistake.
Is Scott's attorney.
The dog is a weapon, should be trained. They should be able to control their weapon.
A dog can't make a mistake unless his trainer make a mistake. Because the dog is only doing what the trainer is telling him to do.
But isn't the guy pretty much telling the dog let go, but it's not letting go? And this guy says the dog only does what the trainer says to do.
Unless his trainer make a mistake. Because the dog is only doing what the trainer is telling him to do.
We are still waiting for a response from
the guy was telling him let go, though.
Scott's attorney continues to investigate the case, and he's...
You can investigate all you want, but you dog nutters are not going to say what needs to be said. That's why we're living in the conditions that... You dog nutters are living in the conditions that you're living in. Because you're not saying what needs to be said. What are we doing for time right now? Hour in. After this, I'm going to take a little short break. Yeah.
A Kansas City, Missouri police dog on a gun search attacks an innocent bystander. The woman is improving tonight, but she and her neighbors are still shaken. KMBC 9's Peggy Bright is live where it happened, 45th and Chelsea. Peggy?
Larry, the 56-year-old woman was right back here, just standing on her stoop. She'd apparently come outside to see why police were all around when the Belgian Malinois ran right for her.
She started screaming, hey, 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 and the neighbor's like, what is she screaming? Hey, the dog got to loose. He's biting that lady. She's biting that lady.
It was all happening right across the street on Sunday afternoon. Police had already found a suspect's ammunition magazine. They were still looking for the gun, weaving in and out of these houses. And then the police dog named Eros got loose.
The leash broke away from the handler's arm. It actually caused him a little bit of minor injuries on his hand.
But the innocent woman got the worst of it by far.
And she was like, ow, ow, get off of me. And when the dog bit her, he just shook her. And then he launched at her and bit her all up, and she did like this.
Eros and his partner are among 12 canine.
So the dog breaks loose from its dog nut handler and goes and attacks an innocent bystander. Attacks her on the leg, then proceeds to attack her on the face. These are the things that people want to say are not, don't judge. These are the things that people want to say are great, are lovable, loyal. When they're attacking an innocent person, they go through these trainings and they graduate. That's what they say. They say these dogs graduate. So you think that these dogs are trained to be reliable on the field. Then they go out on the field, they're attacking innocent people for no reason whatsoever. Another thing, this is over 13 years old. And the dog nutter we see with these canines continue to happen to this day. That means, from my point of view, the so-called training is worthless. The so-called graduating is worthless. These dogs having a handler is worthless. Having a leash, it is worthless. Because too many people, innocent people, children are getting attacked by police dogs. 13 years ago, and the same issues go on today. Whenever there's a dog, there is problems.
On the Kansas City police force, they haven't had a bystander bite in 2 decades. In this case, neighbors think the victim was an accidental target.
What I think is that the kids ran and the dog lunged at the lady because the dog thought that somebody was running.
Regardless, neighbors say they think police...
So what? I can't run? So if I'm running, I get attacked. And dogs are the only things where you run, you walk, stand still, you still get attacked. You look the other way, you still get attacked. Look them in the eye, you get attacked. Ignore them, you get attacked. They come on your property, they attack you. But what do these dognuts do? They find ways to protect those worthless mutts. Instead of blaming the dog for its own actions, what they do is they blame the owner. Blame another species for the dog's behavior. Sure, again, I'm not saying these dognut owners are fully innocent. But for them to ignore dogs' behavior and to blame the owner for the dog's own actions is ridiculous. That only confirms that these dogs are worthless. They confirm that these dogs are too stupid. And they do not belong in the community. They do not belong on the police force. These are, the police, they say they're here to serve and protect. But yet when this dog is attacking innocent people for no reason. When you're around police, and obviously you have done nothing, the police are going to leave you alone. For the most part, they leave you alone. They don't bother you. They will leave you alone. But the dog sees you doing absolutely nothing on your own property, they're still going to attack you. So, again, the police are not the problem. I have no real problem with the police in general. The problem is the dog. We could take away the police dog from this. The dog still remains the problem. These general dog nutters still remain the problem. Pit nutters are the problem. Dogs in dog parks are the problem. Dogs in these dog cares are the problem. Dogs in these shelters are a problem. You know why? Because the dog is the problem. Dog is the main problem of it all. You can be a dog lover, not own a dog, and not even have a dog near you. Things will be fine. You can be a dog lover. But as soon as you have a dog and you love dogs, that's when people in the area are endangered. It's not the problem isn't that the person loves dogs. The problem isn't this person is a dog nutter. The problem is the dog. You can love dogs, but you loving dog isn't going to hurt me. But that dog being in the area is what is going to hurt me. It's what is going to hurt others. These things escape their property or their dumb dog handler's property, and they go on to attack and hurt people on other people's property. I don't have the story here with me now, but there's a story where a dog escapes its dognut handler's property, and I think it traveled like 15, maybe 10 miles away from it, attacking people, attacked several people along its way. It's the dog that is the problem here. But society and this dognut culture, they have created this natural excuses where you don't look at the dog behavior as a problem. Instead, you look at the owner. You blame the owner. You blame the person on the end of the lead. You blame the human and all this other nonsense they say. And that's what's wrong. They don't want to judge these dogs. Just like they say dogs don't judge people and they're both bad. They're both very bad for these dognuts not to judge dogs and for dogs not to judge people. They're both crucially horrible. But anyways, I am going to take a short, like a 10-minute break-ish. Gonna get something to eat and kind of rest my voice a little bit. We'll be back with more of this, more of police dogs are worthless too. I'll be with you shortly. Very soon. We'll be back right after this one. Alrighty. Yeah, so some days I fast all day and I don't eat until 6. So I'll fast from like the night before to like 6 p.m. So I'm hungry. I'm hungry, no doubt. But anyways, we're gonna continue. If you're just joining us, or if you're back again, this is Police Dogs Are Worthless 2. Just gonna be showcasing how worthless, dangerous these police dogs are. And the subtopic is they want to attack anyone. You're innocent, you're a child, even their handlers, they're going to attack. I mean, these dogs get trained and they graduate from these schools, but yet act like, excuse my language, but they act like dumbasses. They act like dumbasses. They act like they're not fit to do this job. We've seen on the stats that over 2,000, this is in Canada, or 2,000 people are bitten. And a lot of them are innocent people being bitten by these dogs, police dogs that have graduated. That means these dogs have been educated. But when they get on the field, they demonstrate how much of a dumb, brain damaged mutant that they are. And earlier we showed you that even when these have their dognut handlers, they will still allow them into restaurants on the counter. Their saliva dripping on the counter. They're going to eat and lick off the counter. And dognutters and these dognut handlers think that this is fun and sweet and it's awesome, it's nice, it's all that. But this is disgusting. Dog culture has gone away with a lot. They get away with a lot with things like this. And when you speak up against it, these dog lovers don't want you to. They want you to be quiet and let the dog violate and attack people. Let these dog owners spread their disgusting dognuttery bacteria all over the place. And you can't say anything about it. Just because you don't want the dumb dog, to feel bad. Enough is enough already. Enough is enough.
A man is in his kitchen when police burst in and their dog goes on the attack. They were looking for two burglars, but not him.
Pretty disturbing. WREG investigator Jessica Gertler uncovers the body camera footage and asks, how could this happen? We want to warn you, the video is disturbing.
Memphis 911.
A rainy night in January 2021.
Tell me what you need police there for. There's a break-in into the building.
At First Congregational Church in Cooper Young, staff called 911.
I've got a camera. I've got a security camera. But you're looking from home? Yes.
Officers arrived and talked to staff at the church.
So there's one other person that's supposed to be. He's in a locked apartment upstairs. Okay.
You then see officers enter the building with a canine unit, followed by an announcement.
Memphis Police Department, canine unit, come out over, release the dog. Come out now.
The dog is then taken.
See, they have mistakenly. It's like the other innocent guy said the dog makes mistakes, mistakenly bites someone. And that's probably because dogs don't judge. Dogs don't judge people. And a lot of dog nutters think that this is a great thing. Having dogs that don't judge, where they can bite blind people.
Off the leash and starts to lead the group. The church sits on almost an acre of land. We used our drone to give you an idea of the layout. Staff explained the three buildings are connected. There's a keypad to get from one part to the next. Staff told 911 the thieves were spotted in the middle building's basement. Up there is the hostel. A few minutes into the search.
You in here?
They encountered a resident, the only resident employees had warned officers about. He lives in the sanctuary, not in the hostel area. Officers continue north, and then they hear footsteps.
That might be the hostel. No, he's up.
They follow the noise to outside the hostel.
Doesn't make any sense.
That dog is out for blood. That dog really wants to attack someone, really wants to bite someone. The dog is not thinking, hey, I don't want to, but I will if I have to. No, the dog wants to attack someone.
Because it's a hostel too. So yeah.
The dispatcher gets the code from the employee who's remained on the line. Here's what the employee later told MPD Internal Affairs.
I wasn't sure where they were. She asked me for a code.
The code you provided them is a general code that opens all of the keypad locks.
Almost all, yeah.
The officers don't announce themselves when they enter the hostel.
I was oblivious to everything that was happening.
Kyle Maxwell says he didn't know MPD was in the church. Nor did he hear them enter the hostel where he lives. He was in the kitchen area at the time.
I'm sure I was listening to a podcast.
Just so you know, Maxwell told us he has no sight in his right eye and only 10% in his left, making it even harder to comprehend what happened next.
I'm standing here. The door bursts open. I turn around. I didn't know what was going on, and I just knew that.
This is what these dog nut handlers want. This is what the dog nuts want, the dog lovers, the mutt lovers, the dog experts, the dog trainers. This is what they want. They want to see these dogs attack and hurt people. They want to see and hear them cry and bleed and sweat and cry and bleed and sweat and cry. Hurt limbs, hurt muscles, hurt ligaments. They want that. Dog nuts want this to happen. Just again, they're sick. Dog nutters, dog lovers, they're sick people. They're sick, vile people. And not saying anything for years is why they're able to be what they are today. This is horrifying. You're blind. You can't see. You don't know what the heck is going on. You're blind, you can't see, you don't know what the heck is going on. You're being attacked by something, you don't even know what's attacking you. Only in dog culture. Only in dog culture.
You know, several men were holding me down, that a dog was biting me.
Relax. What are you doing here? I live here. Are you the Jew? Yes. Are you the guy that we just saw? We told you to stay inside.
I was terrified. I thought I was about to die.
Maxwell is then handcuffed. Another tenant hears the commotion.
Hey, do you know this? What are you doing?
That's when police realized Maxwell wasn't the burglars they were looking for.
Again, they say mistakenly. Mistakenly. Isn't the dog trained to bite people? How can that be a mistake? The dog is trained to bite people. If it bites someone, how is that a mistake? That's all it knows. All it knows is to bite people. How do you call that a mistake? These people are here just because, I don't know, long story short, they heard someone was trespassing. And the dog is trained to bite people, and the dog does bite someone, and they're calling it a mistake. They wanted the dog to bite someone. The reason why they had the dog out off leash and wandering around like a brain damaged mutant, just so the dog can bite someone. The dog did, and they're calling that a mistake. This guy lives in the church. Again, dogs don't judge people. Dogs don't care if you live in the church or not. Dogs don't care if you live on the property. Dogs don't care if you trespass or not. Dogs don't care if you're not trespassing. They're going to bite and attack you. So these aren't really mistakes per se. The dog is biting because it wants to bite. If the dog doesn't want to bite you, the dog did not want to bite you, it wouldn't bite you. If it wants to bite you, it's going to bite you. Dog is the one that is approaching these people. biting them. Every case that we went through so far, it is the dog approaching people. Whether it's being commanded by their dog nut handler or not, it's the dog approaching people and biting them. And these dog nuts want to call this a mistake. We're far gone from mistakes. Continue.
Or it wasn't the man they encountered in the sanctuary either. The man they put in handcuffs was just a man in his kitchen. Officers told Internal Affairs they weren't given clear information. All they knew was that no one was supposed to be inside the building except for one person on the 3rd floor. Maxwell's attorney, Jake Brown.
There was just no reasonable basis for them to be in this part of the building in the posture that they apparently were.
He also questions why officers did not give a clear verbal announcement after using the keypad to enter the hostel. According to the K-9 unit trainer, they're not required to. He told internal investigators an announcement is encouraged on every building search, but there are times when you don't want to give your position away. He said they're also encouraged to have the dog off the leash during the search, as long as you know the building is secure.
They have all these rules and all these stuff regarding these